taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, you know what it is? Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Been getting ready all day. Let's go. Nobody's banned. I'm coming back, I'm back home, opening up the bodega. Had to take a little trip to Philly, but, we back. So, let's get it.
Yes, sir. Back from Philly, and of course we'll get more into that. As P was in the house for that. But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, What's Fly? It's Conscious Pod, the West Coast Avenger, preparing for liftoff, bringing radio. Let's fly.
Yes, sir. Conscious Pilot stays elevated above the clouds. You dig? And Brother Shuttleworth will probably join us a little later on. I think he's running a little late, but that's cool. He'll hop on when he hops on pause. No Diddy, as the viral video that's been going around, from Saturday night in Philadelphia, where one Jaron Boots Ennis made his matchroom debut, against David Avanesyan, and Brother King P was in the house. He was in there, so I'm gonna let him lead off the conversation. So P, first of all, how was being in the house at Wells Fargo Center? How was Philly? How was the atmosphere and all that?
The atmosphere was rocking. I fuck with Philly. So I make a lot of jokes with some of the people from Philly about, them being the poors, but it's all fun and games. I rock with Philly. So, the atmosphere was dope. It was definitely rocking in there. They definitely showed out for Boots. I think they talk about that was a record since Hagler fought there 40 years ago.
Yeah. It was something crazy. Yeah, it was before Hagler became middleweight champion. So,
yeah. I think it was literally 46 years ago or some shit.
Yeah. So pretty much Matchroom and their people actually did a good job. Actually, trying to promote the event, sell the event. I know I got the emails in there about Eddie doing the 5K run and shit like that. All that shit that get all this fucking attention. You dig? And Brother Shuttleworth has joined us, man. How you doing tonight, bro?
Hey, what's good, y'all? What it do?
Word up, saying, he's just a little late though, but he's still on time. You dig? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna be lying. I was doing something else. I ain't really feel like doing this. I was this pulled honestly, I was getting into a groove. I was right into a Clownarchy beat, and that shit was it's a beat that I've been listening to for a couple weeks, and it finally started hitting randomly. Mm-hmm. And so it's you get in your little pocket, and you're now you're getting pulled away to talk about some fucking boxing, about some jobber ass fight. We knew the result before it happened. Because so that's how I feel right now. But it's all good. Gang. It's still ring gang, nigga.
Of course, know what I'm saying, though. But like I said, obviously, like I said, with this event, Eddie, a successful American event, which is because usually the American cards for Eddie have been kind of spotty, as you want to call it. Either the action is cool, but there's not the crowd, or the crowd is there, the action's not there. It's all.
Oh, the arena isn't really there. Y'all got fucking staircases going to damn doors that lead to nowhere. I was afraid I was gonna walk up a staircase, open the door, and just fall out. Fucking bathroom, I swear, yo.
Well, thankfully, this was an established arena in Philly. And what's good, TD Sports Talk? Salute.
Oh, salute. Yeah. Bronx.
So
what
yeah,
up, TD? What up, TD? Salute, my brother.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Obviously, with the main event with with Boots and David Avanesyan, the shit went 5 rounds or whatever. You could tell at times. You could tell that Boots was a little rusty in this, in that fight. Just a little bit, not too much though. I know funny things too, because I know this was all over Twitter too, that, you know, Boots was getting a little tagged a little bit too much, and, you know, you can't, you know, you shouldn't be doing that, and, you know, and of course the comparison is like if you fought Crawford would probably knock him out. It was a whole bunch of that conversations going around. But like I said, if you're rusty, you're not active, it happens. You get tagged. You know, I'm not making too much.
Got hit with like maybe 15 punches in 5 rounds. You know, like these niggas is like overboard with this shit. Like, it's different if he would have got rocked or had a damn chop Cotto Corley moment or some shit, or even a chop Floyd moment. But that never happened. Like he took them shits. He was never in danger of getting stopped or hurt. Like, yeah,
because usually because one thing to, like, if you go to a live fight, one thing to do, the crowd will let you know if their hometown fighter is in trouble, and usually they'll either become real hush or quiet or stuff like
Morales, Raheem.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
you can hear a damn fucking pin drop.
Yeah, you know, as Raheem beat the living shit out of Morales, and that's not hyperbole. You know, you
remember that one round where I think he had threw like a lead right hand, and that shit wobbled Morales into across the ring. It was like,
yeah, yeah, I could tell. Yeah, like, you know, like I said, I mean, there was lots of money lost that night. Like, they had to do some, you know, first of all, they shafted Raheem out of a title shot, you know, which he rightly deserved, and Morales kind of it started a slide. That although he had a brief moment in the sun, but that was pretty much the end of that prime run that he had, you know. And it wasn't like that, you know, because like I said, because the crowd was still rocking, even as Avanesyan did tag him a few times. Boots responded, like, you know, and like Boots pretty much was lighting dude up, you know, for those 5 rounds. Punctuated with that mean left hand that dropped him, and that was after he got tagged, which is why people focus on that. He got tagged, and then Boots countered, and Avanesyan found himself on the canvas. You know?
Otherwise, everybody is like, "Okay, he got hit." I'm like, dude, like, they traded shots. One person landed the much bigger, damaging shot. Like, end of story. Like,
right.
Like, y'all niggas see this on anime like every weekend or some shit. Like, but y'all see it in boxing, and it's like blowing y'all mind. Like. Like, what? Like, y'all done see niggas throw shots and lasers and fireballs and all that shit, and y'all niggas like, yo, that's just fire. Like, he's stronger. Like, in boxing, niggas like, oh my god, he got hit. Like, he knocked the motherfucker down, like, busted his shit open.
Right, yeah, and obviously in the corner, you know, they stopped it after that fight. Yeah, at first they were like, "Oh yeah, no, we're stopping because Avanesyan suffered a broken jaw," which really wasn't the case. And Avanesyan was on record saying that he didn't really know why they stopped the fight, and there was a lot of misinformation in there and stuff like that. But you know, I mean,
his
jaw was fucked up. That's all we know. We can tell. I mean, most people could tell through the TV screen, and maybe Pete being there, but his jaw looked fucked up.
Yeah, originally they were saying that they almost had to bring the stretcher out for him, but I think he walked out under his own power.
God damn.
Yeah, he went under his own power. So
he was taking a beating, but they talk about the stretcher, like.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you never know, you know, because you know, it's one punch can, you know, you just don't know, can easily dislodge.
That's true.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Like, you know, boxers, you know, they're taking blunt force trauma over and over again. Like, you just never know. It can be the most slightest punch in the world, and that shit can just make the whole body go haywire. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but at least it's good to know that at least Avanesyan is fine from that fight. It's whatever. And truthfully, I mean, it's, you know, a hometown fight. That's what a hometown fight needs. Like, you go to a hometown, you got to entertain your crowd. You got to let them know, like, okay, I'm doing this. Like, yeah, like, I got to give you a reason for you to come back to see me again in Philly and shit like that. And that's what Eddie and Boots accomplished. Like, you know, and, you know, you have to give it up to him. And especially, of course, later on in the conference, with the now viral conference that's going on there, which P originally told us in our chat originally about the No Diddy and stuff like that, and I'm thinking to myself, that kid, you know, I mean, I'm thinking how, you know, that's, you know, it's hilarious, and then you actually seeing this shit, and then you seeing how Boots is probably the most animated I've ever seen. Like, Boots is like super animated, like, You know, like pretty much like two quickies. Hey yo, and
the immediately when somebody said two quickies, everybody was just like, "Hey yo!" Like that was flagrant. Like that was super flagrant. Like I would just pause. Like you had to pause that one. Like what we doing?
And they even got Eddie Hearn to say no Diddy, and he says I'm still learning.
that one was cringe. Like.
I'm trying to make this man so fucking hip, yo.
I mean, P, didn't you say? Would you say you saw Eddie doing off camera? And
I don't even remember what the fuck I saw him doing off camera. Like,
I know for me, when I saw, like I told you before, like this dude was freestyling off camera. Like,
no, he wasn't freestyle. He wasn't doing nothing like that off camera. I don't remember.
I was gonna say, like, y'all better cut this shit.
Yeah, no, like Eddie does.
The sport need is a goddamn Eddie Hearn mixtape.
I mean, he didn't sound all that bad, you know. Like he
shut up, like Android. You hear this shit? Where are you, bro?
I mean, like
if this nigga come out with a mixtape, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to respond to that shit.
Like it was absurd too, and then on the right of him it was Sergio Mora, and he was on the phone and he was talking like he was angry at somebody on the phone, mad talking. So just to seeing that the visuals of that shit was just hilarious to me that night though. But but at least this is good too, because like I said, because you know, number one, at least it's good that people know that Boots is, you know, he's someone that you can get behind, someone you can go see, and then it's good that Boots is at least be able to show a little personality, because like I said, in boxing, you know, personality is everything. And what up, Android? I see you there. You know, LB was just mentioned you because I just mentioned that Eddie Hearn. During one of my many interactions with him, there was a time I saw him. You know, he was freestyling backstage off camera. You know, and he wasn't doing too bad for old English dude. So,
man, I'm telling you, he drop a mixtape, man. I'm responding, and Android gonna be on the hook or outro or some shit. You know, just all those goddamn the zone problems, nigga. Like, have a whole 6. And you know, I'm in the writing mood now. I actually might jump back with the damn boxing wrap up or state of boxing track right now. Like,
there we go, perfect timing.
Yeah, like it's about time for that shit. Like we gotta, it's fucking time. Yeah, like the sport needs some addressing. It is like,
yeah, you know,
niggas gotta talk on some shit.
Yeah, it's always good to, you know, coming up with boxing bars and punchlines and shit like that. And this, truthfully, you can write some bars to what went down in this fucking movie.
Yeah, because I ain't an article nigga, so it's time to go back to like.
Well, you are an article nigga, but your mind.
Yeah. Telling a nigga who published a book before he ain't an article nigga is crazy, but damn, we getting on this. But overall, like, yo, King P, like, let me ask you this, like, since you went there,
go ahead. What's up?
Like you could feel the energy through the crowd.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How many people was it, like, on record? Like, did they say? I probably missed it.
14,000 something like. But
okay,
it holds
great.
Fully showed out. That's what's up.
It holds 20,000, so 14,000 out of 20,000 is pretty damn.
No, the numbers look good. I mean, the numbers.
That's about like 70% or some shit.
Drop the number. I mean, you know, they showed out for Philly. I mean, you know, like, because we've seen Eddie. I just want to say we've seen Eddie bring hometown, like, you know, Regis was there and looked kind of putrid. You know, other hometown, and I know Philly has a boxing town, but it's a good look for Boots to fill it out like the way it did. It seemed like to me.
The funny thing,
I think a better opponent gets those extra 6K or a better co-main.
The funny thing is Eddie, like, I mean, he might just be saying this, but like Eddie in the press conference in the scrum was like he was just hoping to at least do like 7,000-8,000. Like,
right,
and then once he realized how much more he was going to do, it was
like 10 would be 10K would be a success.
Like, I don't think he realized it would do that much, but he might just be saying that now, like on some.
I could believe him on this, because when it comes to fucking logistics in America, he be off as fuck. Yes, I believe him.
Yeah, it's funny.
He probably thought fucking 5. He probably really thought it was 5K would show up, and he was hoping for 7 or 8. And he got 14. It's like, oh shit.
And the funny thing,
fuck with him.
And you know that number is official, because usually most, like, some of the, you know, the matchroom deterrence and whatnot, they usually be saying bullshit, but the number was all confirmed.
Or they never give the number.
Yeah. And then and the matchroom itself was even a tweet. Yeah, we did 14,000. Like they even tweeted that. And usually they don't never really do that. Except I think the last time they did it was for the Serrano Taylor fight. And then they exposed all types of numbers on that one because it was successful. Yeah. So
you know what they need to start doing? Like they need to start matching, like putting their stars together on these cards, especially like if they're in the same region. Like I think if you had like a double header of Boots and Baumgartner, like that should have like make noise.
They did it somewhat not with they did it with Boots and Jalil Hackett because they're both Philly fighters and Jalil Hackett is
but I mean, bro, I'm talking about their stars.
Jalil Hackett's not from Philly. Jalil Hackett's not from Philly. I thought
he's from DMV. From DMV.
He's close.
He's close shit. Yeah,
close, but yeah, he's not from Philly.
I mean, that's cool. Like I get it, but that's not that ain't the same thing, man. Like that's more so like, okay, we got someone on the card like that. Like, I'm talking about like a where you could really bill it like on some like how they used to do like Chocolate Tito and then Triple G or
of course,
shit like that. Like that's what I'm saying. How they could really bill it like that. And Philly, Detroit. I'm gonna be like Pat with like Florida cities. Like maybe ain't Detroit and Philly like walking distance? Like ain't that like a 2-hour drive?
Oh my goodness.
Like, I mean, motherfucker be like, Orlando, can you and Rome go to there? Like, it's Jupiter. What about that one? Tampa, what about that? Like Jacksonville. Like, no.
Oh, brother.
Hey, Marquise, what it do? Yeah, team article. What it do? Yeah, shout out to Marquise because he's a writing ass dude too. Y'all gotta holler at him.
Marquise, he's an OG in this writing shit. He's been
pen game on point.
Yeah. But at least with this one, and I mean, it didn't seem like the Philly. I mean, I'm not saying like, I know the Nicholson fight. I mean, even the Nicholson fight. I mean, there was a little bit of boost, but it seemed like it got a little love too, even though Nicholson didn't score a knockout.
No, because the Sky fight, the Nicholson fight was actually a fun fight. She was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. She wasn't boring.
I was going to say, like, watching TV, I think, usually she's boring, but she was more exciting than Shakur to me. I ain't even hating, but she, the same, she was, I'm just saying, she was jabbing, like off the back foot. I was impressed. Like I thought, I was impressed with Sky.
Yeah. The Dominican chick she was fighting was just simply too crude.
Can't box for shit. She couldn't box.
All she did was try to spam a Wilder ass right hand.
She just came in swinging. Didn't try to set anything up. Did I'm gonna just come in and just try to swing for the fences. Like she wasn't gonna hit shit. So
anyone with good footwork, and Nicholson's footwork is obviously it's elite. So all she did was just move to the left, move to the right.
The funniest moment was like during the fight when fucking Dominican chick was just like doing the bok chicken shit with Nicholson right in front of her, and Nicholson just popped her with a hard ass 1-2 afterwards.
Yeah, she wobbled off that shit too. Yeah,
that shit had me.
Man, I might have to go and watch this fight because I only seen the damn main of. Oh, I only saw the co-main and the main. I missed the Sky Stevenson fight or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the main fight. I mean Khalil Cole scored a brutal knockout. I think it was in the first or second round. I think it was the second round.
It was.
I just saw the Dobbs Hackett and Boots and
Cole's improved a lot. I mean, I saw him live at the Ben show. Out here. He looked a little struggle at first, like when he first came out, on the scene. But he's been improving. It feels like.
Yeah, he's making weight now. Yeah, that's his problem. He wasn't.
He wasn't making weight. You're right. He wasn't making weight back.
Yeah. And then Jalil Hackett, I understand because it's his first fight with Matchroom and stuff, and he was facing the guy that went the distance with Ben. And I will say this though, Hackett did put a beating on him, but he got gassed from handing out that beating.
Speaking of making weight, I feel like Hackett, I know 147 is where the glory division, but I feel like he needs to move up.
It was good to see Hackett finally set things up with the jab because before he was allergic to throwing the jab. He actually used the jab and set things up. He was doing really good. The only thing that I would say is that the two things that really kind of was what the fuck was he landed all his hooks. He fell in love with the hook and just landed every hook he threw. The one thing I will say is when he was throwing in, like he has a good variety in his offense. The problem is he kind of leaves himself open in between punches. Like he'll throw like a 1-2-3 and like leave his right hand down in the middle of that combination. And I'm just like, you're lucky you're not facing a devastating puncher. Or a guy that's gonna punch in between you and hit you with an overhand that's gonna wobble you. Because there were definitely openings every time.
See, that's how
he was upright too. And he was upright too. So like somebody with a mean uppercut would have just been able to crack him. He's got some things he needs to work on. But overall it was a good performance.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, except for the guarantee, but then like I said, that's because Floyd had him on ice for a little bit, and so he wasn't really.
And also, he's fighting at one. He's usually
I honestly wasn't sure if he just took his foot off the gas or if he just was.
That was his first 10 rounder.
Legitimately slowing down.
He gassed.
That was his first 10. That was his first 10 rounder, and usually again he fights at 154. He was working himself down to 147, but he looked, I don't know. I feel like he's not going to be at welterweight too long. Like, if you got to move up, bro, because, be comfortable at your weight. That's all.
I mean, I hear that too, but he's probably at 147 because 147 is up for grabs now. 154 is still a live nigga division. Like,
But don't suck yourself down, pause if it's going to cost you, what I'm saying, eventually. That's all. Yeah.
I mean, right now he's probably looking at, okay, look, if Mario Barrios and Brian Norman can be getting belts, nigga, so can I. So that's why he's probably thinking that. So Hackett, like I mean, outside of the gassing, Hackett, he laid a beating on dude, dude's face was kind of like messed up.
What fight we talking about? The Dobson fight?
Yeah, Hackett Dobson.
Oh yeah. That shit was getting repetitive after a point.
With that big ass hematoma, with that big ass hematoma on Dobson's head,
and that fucking elbow,
I feel like the Dobson, because that was the Dobson Ben fight. Dobson fought way different. Like he threw more. He was less scared of what came back. So the beginning of this fight, obviously, Hackett was putting on his ass, Paul. So it was kind of interesting just to see, him kind of not fighting the same way against a 21-year-old.
Yeah, and like I said, he's young, whatever. I mean, the best thing at least Eddie can do now is just keep him active, and hopefully he's like, have him back in the ring in like 2 months or so, something like that, so we can actually kind of see him grow as a fighter. Because like I said, can't do shit when you're on the self or you're not fighting, and shit like that. So, but but overall, like the card, I mean, for every measure was a success for Eddie or whatever. And it's just like, and then obviously he improved on from what it wasn't like what it was. I mean, obviously, we were in New Orleans, where we saw the Backroom Street team. They were handing out tickets out on Bourbon Street. So
they were literally giving away tickets. So yeah.
Dang, no one ain't trying to see this shit. Salute Android, what it do? The crowd looked big. Props to Eddie where it's due. He brought Boots home. Still think it's a testament to Boots' home fan base, though. But at least Matchroom made it happen. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Philly on the super chat. We appreciate that. You know what it is, bro.
Philly's the GOAT boxing city. Pretty much. So it's like, yeah.
Philly's the GOAT football city too. We just have to put that.
Stop that shit. Stop it.
Hold on. He said the GOAT football city.
Stop that shit. Stop that right now. The GOAT football.
I ain't never heard of that shit in my life.
Keep it boxing, bro.
Yeah, keep it boxing.
What are we?
You motherfuckers, y'all football season ain't start yet. Y'all chill.
All these damn haters, yo. Haters.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, and I went to the Mitchell and S store, and I'm like, damn, these Philly jerseys are clean, but it's not a GOAT football city. What the fuck are we doing?
All this hateration, man. Wash your face.
Pennsylvania ain't even a football state like that.
It is. They have the Steelers.
Some people.
They got 2 Super Bowl winning teams.
I was gonna say, how are you gonna say that Philly is the GOAT football city? That's not. They're not even the best football city in their own state.
They are. No, don't drink the Kool-Aid, bro.
Pittsburgh is a bigger football city. Come on,
man. Fuck them. Eagles are number 1.
What are we doing?
Anyways, when you're from Florida, that shit don't sound like nothing.
Well, all of y'all wash your faces. Wash your faces. Wash the hate away. But anyways, yo, let me.
It's light skin summer, man. Me and P, we ain't gotta wash our face. We good, nigga. Chill.
But let me not digress because football season is like a month away, give or take preseason.
I guess we're gonna have to get like a Sunday episode out of here.
Real quick, Pete, I also want your opinion. How much of the crowd was African American? I'm just wondering. Was it like a good 89%?
Yeah, most of it was. Yeah,
damn.
It seemed like it.
This motherfucker with the census FBI question.
I saw somebody. I saw one of those. Like Adam at Break Show whatsoever, just saying, "Oh yeah, smells like a lot of weed in here. A lot of weed."
Oh damn!
There's always gonna be some slick people, but yeah, I mean, you can tell there was Philly niggas in the crowd. Like all of them look like fucking Freeway and shit like that. Like they was out there. Like you can see them.
Brother.
I mean,
the Boots was landing them, even though what you do with is wrong punches, bro. Like,
I was definitely enjoying the Philly music, though.
I heard some of that.
You heard some Nam Brigade or Rap Squad or some shit like
Major Figures, all that shit.
Major Figures. What do you here? What's that shit? Was it Dutch and Spade? Run across the border.
Philly's Most Wanted,
yeah, Philly's Most Wanted. All that. I think I heard the era music. So.
Oh man, that Philly era rap though was entertaining as fuck.
Philly.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. I honestly I hope Eddie holds another event too. And like LB said, man, get like a strong co-main or get like a strong. I mean, if you're gonna get Baumgartner, at least get her on there or something like that in the co-main.
Bring it. Boots should be there every year and a half, man. Fuck all that. Like,
year and a half, probably year, nigga.
Every year, yeah, pretty much.
He should be fighting 3 times a year. One of them should be your hometown. Like, just make them spectacles. Make them
because Boots is exciting to watch. I mean, that's
I'll say this because Eddie talked about it. Eddie wants to bring him back. He wants to bring him back to the Wells Fargo, but it all depends on the matchup. Because at least I mean, I would think whatever faults you want to say about Eddie or whatever, but like. I'm sure Eddie is smart enough to understand how the law of diminishing returns work. So it's like you can't just bring him back to the Wells Fargo Center every time. Like he's like, and he even said, we'll bring him back like if it's a big matchup, it's unification or somebody big, but we're not going to bring him back.
Would Blair Cobbs do anything? Push numbers or no?
For the same? No, hell no.
Okay, just wondering.
So
I mean, he's from Philly, you know what I'm saying?
You interrupted that nigga for that, like,
bro.
He should fight you.
Like no, and they don't even claim Blair in Philly.
No, I know. He's from Philly.
Yeah, I mean, if they put him with Blair Cobb, you have to put him at the ECW arena. That's where that shit needs to be. Ain't no damn. You put him in the local bingo hall.
Than fucking David Amnesia. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But at least depending on who. Avanesyan was a lateral move from Crowley. I mean, both were literally on the same level. Just Crowley was,
had more momentum.
Crowley got a zero.
Yeah, Crowley got his zero. Avanesyan got the world.
It would have been a slightly better fight, you know.
Yeah, because Crowley would have lost the vision in his bad eye just to try to put hands on Boots, you know. And
I mean, Crowley's big paws and like he works, but like he would have been. I don't want to say target practice, but he would have gotten beat the fuck up. So, yeah.
I think that's worse than saying target practice. Like, I don't want to say target practice, but he would have got the shit beat out of him. Like, it would have been a decimation. No. Like, damn, nigga.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would still like to see the fight. So, I'd be cool with it. But
but it gotta be one of those 3 fight years for me to see it now. I don't want to see the same fight I just saw. Like, I need a better opponent. Like, need to go after like a Stan Jonas or somebody where it's a damn. I know Boots is hard to be 50-50 with anybody, but at least need to be 60-40 or something.
Yeah, like I mean,
strong 70-30 or 65-35 something.
Eddie said he was talking to Turkey Boy, and they want to make that fight with him and Crawford, but I don't see that happening.
I mean, I'm not holding my breath on that.
Chasing, I love you know, and this is one of my favorite.
And he was just like, I mean, Boots wasn't entertaining. Boots was like, sign the contract, like, send the contract.
That's all it is. Like, yo, like if Turkey wants to make a fight. Put it out there, 154. This is the amount, boom, and see what happens. Because everybody wants to see that fight. It just we're to the point where it doesn't seem realistic. Because Like, and I'll just be honest, fucking Crawford don't want that shit. Like, fuck that. Like,
Because, like, I mean, who is there? Who is there at 147? Because, I mean, who is there?
It's the biggest fight for both of them. Who are there at 154 bigger name than Boots?
That's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, like, for Boots, because Eddie wants to mention these names, and it's like, you said Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios not fighting him. Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao, and then he's going to unify with Stanionis, so he's going to be frozen out at that end. Well, he's going to get a Brian Norman Jr.
And Norman's not going to fight. I mean,
yeah, that's ain't if people try to fight him.
Yeah,
Norman's dad already said he's going to wait on that.
Norman's going to get Tio, so like that. He's gonna be frozen out at 147.
He should like maybe either try to unify or just move the fuck up because 154 is where it's at, bro. Like I know you want, like you look to see maybe if he can unify.
Unify with who though? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm more than likely not. So what I'm saying is he got to move up. To
the best fight that he could get at 147 is Conor Ben. Like that's
but see, this is the thing with her. Like this is what her like that. And realistically, that is the best fight, and it's a name fight, and I think people will fuck with it, and it will sell because both are punchers. You got storylines on both, yada yada yada.
It'll be in the UK, probably.
But Hearn never does anything that's gonna benefit the American over his British niggas.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless it's like a Canelo type of superstar, he's not gonna play cannon fodder or whatever, and. Like you're not gonna get that fight, like, but it is the most realistic, easy, biggest fight to make, like.
And unfortunately, I mean, I think Ben's still banned in the UK, so that's why Ben has been, fighting all these random ass Vegas and.
Dude, how that fight in damn Philly?
Yeah.
That does more for Boots than fighting them. I mean, like, well, and y'all said he can't fight Stanionis, right? That can't happen, right?
I mean,
that fight can happen.
Stanionis re-signed with PBC. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to.
Stanionis literally just re-signed with PBC, quote unquote re-signed.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Oh, so they would have to do some serious negotiation.
Yeah, they're gonna unify. They're gonna unify Stanionis and Barrios.
And then you got Pacquiao hovering. Yeah, so they got their own thing over there. Yeah, like
Pacquiao's gonna come out of retirement to fight Barrios. Oh my god, I can't believe that's happening.
I'm gonna rip that fight to shreds.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, from what I heard was that Pacquiao burnt through a lot of money, through going through his presidential campaign because presidential campaigns are expensive. So yeah, he has no money. So he's trying to come back for a payday.
Yeah, so yeah, because that
it's like I don't blame him with Barrios. It's a manageable opponent for him. Yeah. And then if I'm Barrios, I'm like, shit.
I wish there'd be a way. I mean,
let me get a Pacquiao payday.
The best path for Ennis is, I know for other sanctioning bodies like WBO, WBC, if you're the champion at one division, you can quote unquote super mandate or whatever. He has the IBF, and the IBF at 154 is that what's his name, Murta something.
Murzali? What?
Yeah. He's the easiest lick that you can. The only way you want to get a Bud fight, if you really want to get a Bud fight, make Eddie fucking somehow make that fight happen at the 154 with that guy. That's the only way you're gonna get a Crawford fight if you really, really want that Crawford fight.
Then that's what they should do. Fuck it, that's what they should do. Mm-hmm. And look, I feel like those are two best options. Like I would try to do a Conor Ben fight this year, and then beginning of next year go after that guy you said, or if anything, fucking do it in reverse, because. Ben and I'm sure like if they can't do 147, they could do some type of catch weight. I wouldn't even mind a fight like that if they fought at like 150 or some shit.
Yeah, but Eddie now, like I said, like diminishing returns. Eddie now has to really, like I said, you can't put no bullshit in. Like you can't go back to let's Wells Fargo and let's go face Karen again, who's the number one, who's actually the number one for IBF. Because no one's gonna say like fuck. No one's gonna say like we're not gonna take that damn fight, let's bring Josecito Lopez out of retirement. You can't do shit like that. You have to give him someone who has name value.
At this point, Crowley is the bare minimum. Like maybe if Crawford, if Ennis is fighting 3 times a year, after a Crowley type of fight, you need Ennis. You need Ennis to fucking start fighting names, dog. But I mean, it's time for Ennis.
Ben, y'all called. Honestly, y'all called the best name. Y'all said Ben. It just Hearn ain't gonna do nothing that's gonna benefit the American over there.
He's not gonna cash out Benny. I mean, maybe if
it's not a cash out, cause dude, like it's like, bro, who else Ben gonna fight that's got motion right now? Like, there's nothing for. It's like this is a good crossroad fight for either one if you want. Like, not even a crossroad. It's an elevation type of fight where if it's a good showing from Ben in a losing effort, then we see his level. Like, man, I'm just tired of these niggas being on some whole shit. Like, make these goddamn fights, Hearn. Like, you keep talking about you gonna take over America, but you never make any real stars. You never really make no big American fights. Android had to go with PBC to get Benavidez.
Yeah, man, Andrew, you're right.
Never got the fight over there. Never got a good fight.
Is it kickboxing or he's fighting some? I mean, I heard him say some crazy shit. Not even a real boxing fight.
No, it's actually it's boxing. It's boxing. He's not doing.
It's a kickboxer though. So getting some like random motherfucker.
Yeah, they do that shit, but I mean, he's boxing, but like I said, it's just like Floyd exhibitions. I don't pay attention to them because it's like they should be just be sitting down, or in Manny Pacquiao's case, he should be running a country or whatever. But whatever he's supposed to be doing, though. But but like I said, those that's different. I mean, Manny Pacquiao literally had to fight, and you can't turn that shit off. Like when that's the only thing you know how to do. You can't turn that shit off. So that's why like the shit like this, and then him potentially fighting Mario Barrios. That doesn't. It's actually it's low key a disgrace to me. That's even being talked about. Especially if Barrett's coming off a mid-ass performance and shit. Got to face an aging Manny Pacquiao who he could probably lose to.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. I still remember what Pacquiao.
I'd favor Barrios, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pac-Man rose to the occasion. But I'd favor Mario Barrios.
Yeah,
the way Barrios looked last time, I don't know. Like, and Pacquiao still got some speed and power.
Yeah,
and McDonald was having you damn cautious. I don't know.
Yeah, and Manny Pacquiao, I mean, like I said, this is a Manny Pacquiao that was battered, in his last by Ugas. Like, and then obviously, truthfully, it was a last minute change. It was last minute change, and it was the wrong style.
Battered in a super competitive ass fight that shouldn't have been as competitive when you're looking at it, prime Ugas. That's the thing. Like,
I mean, Ugas got touched up, and Manny Pacquiao had that picture of him and his wife feeding him with closed eyes. I didn't like seeing that shit too. That was
that's what I'm saying.
You in your 40s now too.
That was the Thurman fight. Imagine, that was like, that was a little while back now.
What that was.
I thought that was Ugas.
No, that was Ugas. That wasn't Thurman. No,
that was Ugas.
That was Thurman. Huh?
No, it was Ugas. It was Ugas where he had the eyes fucking shut.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit wasn't a good look. I didn't like seeing that. So I was like, yeah. So this fact they're dragging him out of retirement to put him on pay-per-view. Most likely it's gonna be a pay-per-view. Yeah, no, fuck that. Make the fight with Boots, Barrios. Like, if you're like, it's just like we say, like Ugas was supposed to be put through the ringer in that tournament that they reneged on. And it's like, what? Make Barrios like,
I mean, if you're Barrios, you got to take the biggest check, bro. Like, you got to look at it in his shoes. Like, do I fight a legend Pacquiao where I could possibly lose, but I'm getting paid? I get the chance to be in there with him. This is that. I done took all these ass whoopings from all these others up and coming stars and shit. Fuck that. Mm-hmm. Or do I fight Boots, who I've said I wanted to fight before? It never happened. But I got a belt now. Like, I'm just saying, like, niggas is making business moves. Hey, salute Chris Brown. What it do? Salute Champ. And this got superstar potential. Hell yeah. Like, this is the thing. Like, you got layers of superstar. Like, I see Boots as being like a Shane Mosley.
What layer, like, do you think for Boots?
I was about to say that. Like, I see Boots more as like a Shane Mosley type of superstar where he's known, he'll sell shows. Everybody kind of fucks with him because, like, he has a great offensive style. He's not an ugly nigga and like, no Diddy. Just, he has great energy. Doesn't really talk bad about people. Just, he keeps it playing.
Exciting ass style. Like, super
exciting style. Like, you know what I mean? You know what you're going to get. Like, and he's somebody who, everybody could damn fuck with. Like, like, he's like your all-American, all around. Like, yeah, we fuck with dude. Like, Like it's not too many people like that. Like he's not somebody who rubs you the wrong way in interviews. His dad ain't talking up a storm and trying to be in the cameras.
Yeah, his dad ain't P Diddy. Shout out to his dad, because dad ain't on P Diddy.
Yeah, so it's like he definitely has to be a star. Like it kind of works out that Hearn matches up with him as a promoter because Hearn likes to talk. So it kind of works for him, so he could just focus on his craft. But it's one of those relationships where Hearn has to make the big fights and make significant bouts. Because it ain't going to work if you just keep talking up a nigga and you keep having them fight like preschoolers and shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, what up, dude? Star Dog Shepherds. And this is like Globetrotter.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, and it's just like Globetrotters versus Washington Generals. His level of competition hasn't been there yet. When contract time comes, if he acts up, they'll give him Major Hackett. I don't think that. I mean, I honestly, Boots and Hackett will not fight. They're like brothers. They're not going to fight. It's
not needed. Isn't that like that's a big fight? Like no one asking for that shit. Like,
yeah, no one's asking. I mean, Hackett is still a prospect. It's like Boots is a.
He looked too hittable too from that Dobson fight. Like you gotta like I ain't like. Like niggas is talking about Boots was hittable. Nah, that nigga hittable.
Yeah, no, like honestly, that fight is not, that should never happen unless Hackett goes on some sort of wild ass 147 tear, and and then it's like Eddie's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to match y'all up, but yeah, that fight will never happen. Yeah, truth, I don't even know how long that contract, that Boots contract is for Eddie. Usually. For Matchroom, it's usually like around 4 fights, give or take. 4 or 5 fights.
Just keep at it. Yeah, let's keep. I'm with it for so far. Whatever. It was a success.
We need a better fight next time. It gotta go up. Like I don't want this whole, I'm making stars in America, and this is what we keep getting. Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah. It can't be no lateral moves. Like it can't be no. Like if Crowley passes his eye exam and you want to put him back in the ring. I can accept that at the minimum.
That's the minimum.
That's the minimum.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the minimum. Jeez, like y'all niggas already giving him an out. Fuck that. Like the Crowley fight is done, bro. Like I'm not trying to that was a missed moment in time. Like,
and you're right about that too. I mean,
if you want to do a Crowley fight, what you do is this. The next Ennis fight, you put Crowley on the damn card.
Of course, yeah. Absolutely.
And kind of build up toward it. Have somebody where Crowley can have a great fight or look offensive, and now you got a decent minimum. Mm-hmm. But if you don't do that, it's going to be Crowley coming from a layoff or a injury, and then y'all feeding him to Ennis, and he just fought somebody who's in the same skill set level. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
yeah.
It's not, It ain't really a worth it type of move type shit.
And you're right about that. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you like, but yeah, if you gotta do that, yeah, you gotta build. You gotta put him on the undercard. You gotta
he gotta be undercard. And it definitely, if you're trying to do that, you gotta fight 3 times this year, bro.
Yeah. So hopefully Boots is back by maybe at the earliest, maybe late September, October.
They're talking October.
Okay, yeah, cool, yeah.
October, nigga, man, get the fuck out of here. That nigga stay in the gym. Get some fucking timber so he can fight in December.
I mean, at least because imagine if he was a PBC, he might have fought once this year. At least he's getting 2. At least he's getting 2.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't lying.
Yeah, he's not.
Or might not have fought at all. Fuck that.
Yeah,
fight.
At least with Eddie, quality of opponent is up and down, but he's making sure at least the niggas at least fight. You know what I'm saying? Which is they all need activity. But now with Boots, now that you can see that Boots sells in his, he accomplished with Boots what he failed with both Prograis and Andre. He failed with those two. So it's
but see, this is the thing too. We gotta give credit to the fighters on these because, he definitely failed with Andre and Prograis, but Boots always had more buzz, always had more momentum. A
fan-friendly style, be real, a fan-friendly.
More, not even just the style, because, Andre and Prograis don't have bad styles either. I fuck with this. It's just, he was in the marquee division. always had the buzz. People always hyping him and anointing him and all that shit. So he was always gonna do good if given a chance. It's more impressive if you would have made Prograis and Andre the star or gave them the proper placement. Like, yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, like you making good songs with this nigga. He nice. We know he nice. But can you make these niggas sound dope? These niggas in the back room over here who just be freestyling on some bullshit. Like, get these niggas some direction. Get these niggas some fire beats, and let me see what you could do with them. Like,
he kept them guys. I mean, I'll give you this.
That's what I'm saying.
He kept them guys afloat. Like, he didn't raise their stock, but he didn't drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Cox Records, nigga. I'm telling you, Cox Records. Like, yo, we'll let you put out music. I mean, you got creative control. You know, we'll let you do your thing. You get whoever you want. You know, within reason. But yeah. But if you want to really sell, you gotta go somewhere else.
Well, Prograis, at least now. I mean, obviously, Prograis got did get a big pay-per-view fight, and unfortunately, he got washed something serious. You know, even though the build-up was nice though, because that motherfucker finally lost his temper and was cussed out everyone to booze. So he did play a convincing heel. He just unfortunately he just got washed, which kind of made all that shit kind of like null and void. You know what I mean? So now he's fighting Catterall next month. So we'll see how that goes.
Which isn't a bad fight, it's decent.
No, that's a damn good fight. But yeah, Prograis is now on the one of them niggas is have to commit to a knockout. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I'm sick of this damn y'all punch too hard for not getting these fucking knockouts. Like, is this the same 140 division that gave us the Peter Baron check? Like, the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all start damn laying these niggas out. Pause.
You know what I'm saying, though? But yeah, no, I mean, I think we gave the event enough bars, whatever. Like I said,
salute Blazing Killer. What it do, bro?
Salute Blazing Killer.